Welcome to another episode of Recap Rambling. Now, we're playing the Knicks again, and same result, we lose. Honestly, we need to stop thinking that New York is a bad team. They are a very good team. Honestly, if you look at their roster, it doesn't seem that good, but they just have that teamwork and they just have that ball movement. And Julius Randle is literally unstoppable. And RJ Barrett, that people literally thought he was a bust. And now he's proven that he's not, and I'm really happy for him. In this game was very simple. They made more shots than us, we made less shots than them. Now, I'm not even going to get mad at the Raptors because, yes, there were a lot of open opportunities that we didn't make and all that, but I'm not going to say it's the Raptors' fault because it's not. It's because the Knicks have such suffocating defense. Now, if you watch the game and if you know the NBA stats, they are first in basically every defensive category this season. So, again, you can't blame the Raptors because honestly, they played the way they usually play, and that was pretty good. It's just that the Knicks played better. They're actually really good. Now, Nerlens Noel actually has a very, very fast instincts. Honestly, I would love to have him on my team, on the Raptors. Look, I'm just saying, obviously that's not going to happen, but I'm just saying he's a really fast and versatile center, and I just think he could be really good. Anyways, now if you take a look at the Raptors here, obviously we didn't play the best. Look, Larry is he used to be really, really good at 3-pointers. Now he's not. I'm not gonna blame it all on him, but he kinda needs to work on it. And to be honest, I feel like this is partially because of age. He's 35 already, and then next year he's turning 36. So it's not like you can really blame him. If you really think about it, who's better than him in the league right now at the same age? It's legit LeBron and Chris Paul. Alright? He's third, and Chris Paul and LeBron are definitely Hall of Famers, so you can't really blame him for that. But honestly, look, I like Gary Trent Jr., but I feel like the hype for him is a bit too big. Gary Trent Jr., when there's a young talent, you can't spoil them because then they're just gonna do whatever they want and think it's gonna be fine because no one's gonna yell at them or anything. Which we should yell at him. Yes, you could say that's the way he plays. He takes a lot of really tough shots, maybe stupid shots. But if that's the way you play, then you have to, again, with the same thing as VanVleet. I like him. And honestly, if we're trying, look, this is the thing. If right now Gary Trent Jr. is taking a lot of really bad shots with 15 seconds on the clock, and yes, he can make them, but he's missing a lot lately. And if you're trying to tank, then that's fine because then you could just give them more time to play these guys and just try to let them be ready for next year. But the thing is, you're not trying to tank, so you can't do that. And plus, if you are trying to tank and trying to let him practice and not yelling at him, why are you only giving him 16 minutes per game? He needs to play 30 minutes, right? So it's just where do you want to go with this? With this Gary Trent thing? Do you want him to take smarter shots and help the team win? Or do you want him to just take shots and don't care and just be ready for next year? By now, it's looking at where we aren't trying to tank. And so we can't let him do that. And we need to tell him what is right because then he's just going to do whatever he wants and we're not going to stop him. And that's actually not a good thing. Now, Van Vliet and Siakam played pretty good tonight. I mean, obviously, the 3 turnovers by Pascal in the last 3 minutes wasn't ideal, but, we could deal with it. And, again, it's the Knicks defense. We're not playing that bad. They're just playing a lot better, right? And they're on a 9-game winning streak, dude. And they've won a lot of tough teams, so they deserve the win. They deserve this victory. It's not like I'm not going to make any excuses or any of that. They deserve this. Now, if you take a look at our standings now, now the Wizards are kind of scary. Not only because they've been playing a lot better, it's because they have a really easy schedule coming up. Now, not really, really easy because they still have to play some tough teams, but it's pretty easy. And so, with such a hard tank, then it's going to be really tough. And honestly, I'm not worried about the Bulls, but like right now, honestly, I feel like we need to wait for the Pacers to fall off. And even the Pacers don't have that hard of a schedule right now. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm happy that Sabonis and Turner are out because I like those 2 players. I feel like they play great. But it is going to work in our advantage a little. And Twitter is really split up on the Raptors tanking or not. A lot of people love the idea of tanking. Others, not so much. Look, this is what I want to do. I want to get into the 10th seed and make the playoffs and, beat the 1st seed. Okay, obviously I know that's not going to happen, but playing games are a realistic goal because then you still have a chance of making the playoffs, but you also have a chance of getting a lottery pick. You also get a lottery pick, literally, and it's better than the 9th seed and all that. And to be honest, yes, it's a later lottery pick, but it's still a good lottery pick. Tyrese Halliburton, Tyler Hero, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo. These were all pick 13s, pick 12s, pick 14s. Kawhi was pick 15. Giannis was pick 13. There are so many good players that came out of that range that I'm really not that worried. And with how good the Raptors scouting and drafting are, getting undrafted players like Boucher and getting players like O'Shea Brissett, congratulations to him for playing really good on the Pacers. And it's just like, bro, we can do this, right? That's obviously the perfect plan. I'm not saying it's going to work, but I'm just saying it would be really nice if it did. Lastly, I just want to add, why are we not playing young players? Because obviously you saw that by the time it was like a 16-point game, it was over. And yeah, it was over. There really wasn't any point of doing it. And we all knew that even if the starters played more minutes, we weren't going to win that game because the Knicks were just tough. And even though they were missing a lot of shots, we weren't making them. So, it's like, why don't you just put out those young guys? Freddie Gillespie, Malachi Flynn. Now, Malachi Flynn, look, lately, Malachi can do everything Kyle does. Now, I'm not saying he's better than garbage time, basically like that. Why not you just play them? Malachi legit only had 6 minutes today, bro. That's like half a quarter. That's barely anything. Malachi has a lot of potential. Honestly, I feel like he's wasting his talents here right now. We need to get him to play more minutes. Same thing with Freddie Gillespie. Now, I'm not saying Freddie played the greatest game tonight. This is a point of garbage time. You knew you weren't going to win that. You're literally just letting your fans down by faking a comeback and then losing again. And by today, we didn't even actually come back at all. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.